Hello everyone, Ruby Retrograde Tarot and Tay here, and today what I'm going to be presenting to you guys is, yes, another unboxing, as you can read by the title of the video I'm going to put. I got this deck today, and of course today is relative because by the time I post this it won't be that today anymore. It's a Kickstarter that I was impatiently waiting for just because of how colorful it is, and though I usually have trouble with collab decks, I think the overall idea of how it got tied together is what convinced me, or what convinced me to back it, and I am excited to have it finally. And so here is the box it came in. I'm not going to show the front because it has stuff such as addresses and things, but I can definitely show you what's inside, and it's the Chromatic Fates. I was very much looking forward to that. So while I kind of take the stuff out of the box so you can see the little things that are included in it, I'll just give you a little bit more details about this campaign. So Chromatic Fates Tarot, that was launched by Stephanie Cost. She's kind of like the spokesperson, I guess you could say, of this group called the Color Tarot Project, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, the Color Tarot Project. So it's herself and a bunch of artists that got together back in 2020, and we all know with the pandemic and stuff. Oh, this is looking very nice. And they had this project of doing a tarot together, and the main they wanted to kind of what's the word for it that I'm losing now? They wanted to showcase, I guess, just the idea of colors, because colors is something that has importance in tarot, whether you read with Rider-Waite-Smith or Marseille, especially traditional Marseille. The colors that the garments or the object or the person does have a significance to it. And so her and like a dozen artists, I don't know I feel like it's almost like 78, which I may be off the track, but I couldn't get a pin down on how many artists exactly created cards for this deck, but many. And so they all did that, and for each of these cards there's a color that was attributed to them. And so when when you were looking at the campaign and you kind of saw the colors together, it looked so pretty. It kind of did this prismatic effect, kind of like when you're picking, when you go to the color picker and you see all the colors kind of melding one to another, and it looked really nice. And that's why I told myself, this is what I would like to get. So I'm not going to blab on too much, but to say that this campaign actually was launched last year, so 2021. The original ETA for us to get the deck was in November of 2021, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But obviously issues, problems, shipping, etc. made it so that we're, at least for me, we're getting it now. Some people that I know that also backed this deck, they got it a little bit earlier, if it's not maybe weeks before or so. So all right, let's toss this out. So here's the box. It is a clamshell opening, and there are gold foil accents, which is very nice. Here are the sides. I like this mix of fonts here. And here's the back. Let's go and read it a little bit. Try to not have it catch the light. The Chromatic Fates is a stunning and vibrant tarot deck based on the classic Rider-Waite-Smith system. In this modern anthology project, the cards evoke the unique vision and color palettes of over 70 professional artists. With each artist starting with a single color to spark their imagination, the deck unfolds into a beautiful rainbow gradient from the fiery wands to the cool and fluid cups. So yeah, so see, even this back of the card is explained a little bit better. But yeah, so they had a color, and that is how their cards were created for each of them. And it, just looking at what each artist came up with, some, I have to say, some are already my favorites. I didn't necessarily keep up with all of the progress of the cards, because at the time of the campaigns, not all cards were completed. I didn't yeah, keep up with them, I guess, in a sense, to kind of have like a little bit surprise type of thing. But some of the cards already that were posted on the campaign is very beautiful, and I just can't wait, and it's finally in my hands and I'm excited. So when we open it, by the way, it has a magnet, so you know, just close it and forget it. And we have a beautiful inside with a quote that says, "Color, what a deep and mysterious language, the language of dreams," by Paul Gauguin. And so here, yeah, we have the guidebook. So just a small little bound thing. Oh, quite flexible. I feel like even the cover is thinner than what I'm used to. Anyways, so I can smell the paper from here, just riffling through it. It seems, yes, so the guidebook, we have it in color. We have the table of contents here. So it'll show here on using the cards, each suit, the major arcana is at the end, and then the acknowledgement. So here we have the forwards, which explains a little bit how Chromatic Fates Tarot was put together, using the cards. So, you know, I guess for those that may decide to have this as one of their first decks, just like that, just because it's a collab deck and everybody has put their own spin into it, I'm already gonna just say out of the gate like that I don't necessarily would put this as someone as a deck for someone who is just starting out. But then again, if you have like such a touch, or like such a touch that you can kind of when you're starting out learning, that you can kind of have a marriage between, you know, what each card means, and understand, you know, how to like this end where it's like full free, like artistic freedom and stuff. Does it make sense? Basically, if you can still understand what's going on, it's all good. So so here we are, it's all good. And and I just noticed for each card we have the artist's name here and their social. So whether it's their website, Instagram, so if you love them, you can follow them. And then at the end, the acknowledgement, so the thank yous and all of that. This is quite a flexible little white book. Little colorful book. All right, and now the cards. Oh, and here's the inside of the box. Very pretty. There were add-ons that were available that people could get, such as a tarot cloth. There were pendulums, I think there were at one point, at the end, towards the end of the campaign, when they were about to assemble everything to have it shipped. I think it was pendulum, tarot cloths. I think there were stickers, there were prints available too. But here we are. We even have like a beginning, an intro card. And here are the backs. The backs are something else. I find them really pretty. So we have some hollow accents going on here. The sides have gold edging. And just like I already straight away noticed with the first card, it is thin and it is flexible. Now I don't think it's thin in the sense of like, oh my gosh, it's gonna break on me, but I of course, be careful with your stuff. In fact, you know, you paid money for it, so you don't want to go too crazy on it, but It is pliable, flexible. Right. There we go. We even have a wibble wobble going on here. So for those who know, this deck wibble wobbles. If you know, you know what I mean by that. So here, like I mentioned, this was the intro card. And I'm feeling a little bit of something or another. I don't know what that is. What is that? Like a little bump. Well, anyways, it's the title card, so it doesn't matter as much. And then a little card of thank yous. Look at that, even Sam Gay and stuff. That's cool. And now let's get into it. So like I mentioned, because it starts off in the guidebooks with the minors. So that's how the cards are assembled. So it starts off with wands. So what we're going to do, let me just go and zoom in, because it's only fair with something as colorful and detailed as this. We want to be up close and personal as much as possible. We'll move our stuff here. And what you'll notice also on the cards is that the artist's name will also be featured on the card. So not just in the guidebook. Let's see if I can zoom in, because it's pretty, like, it's done pretty small. There we are. So see here, for example, the Ace of Wands is by Ingrid Kalick. So here is the wands. That spark of creativity. And the 2. Now, I won't mention everyone's names as I'm flipping through the cards, because it'll get a bit tiring, and I'm sure it won't be fun to hear it throughout the whole thing. But it's in no way to take out any sort of their effort and mastery over their art, of course. An adorable 3 of Wands. Oh my gosh, look at this. The little bird-eep. Well, the big bird-eep for this little person there. And the 4 of Wands with are these centaurs? Is that what they are? No, wait, what? I think it's centaurs. Is that what it is? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. And then here is the 5 of Wands, which I think was the title card. Yes, that's the title card that we see here. Six of Wands. That looks like a pretty epic victory, or a pretty epic celebration. Already, I know I'm going to enjoy looking at this deck over and over and over again. This is the 7 of Wands. My cards are sticking a little bit together, I think, because of the gilding. The 8 of Wands. Little birdies. Nine of Wands. How interesting for the 10 of Wands. It's like something blocking. There goes the page. It looks so good. It definitely, what also got me to backing this deck was, not necessarily all the cards were completed at the time, but some of them look so good. This is the Knight of Wands, by the way. And as you can see, of course, the art is different because, 78 artists, well, definitely 70 plus. I can't remember if everyone did the one card. Oh, it's a little bit sticky. Hold on. But, and also if you, I don't know if you caught that. I didn't point it out, but on some of the cards, there are foil details that were added. So for example, here, I don't know if that's like a necklace or some jewelry that this Queen of Wands, who looks absolutely fabulous, her wand, her crown, and the wand. Um, and I think even the cat has like sparkly eyes. Is that a cat? Yeah, look at the kitty. Oh, okay. Yep, definitely in my favorites. Right, and the king. I'm just gonna tilt it so you can see the foil, the gold foil that's going on. Now we have the Ace of Coins. Now there you go. Here you can really catch it. Now Two of Wands looks, Two of Wands, sorry, Two of Coins looks good as well. And I think someone used this one as their profile pic. We have the Three of Coins. The Four of Coins, where this time instead of a man hoarding their stuff, it's a more womanly looking person. And you can also see where holding onto things can either have things perish, or it gives them an opportunity to grow and be more luscious. Ooh, is that a fox or a wolf? That's Five of Coins. Look at the moon with the little... Six of Coins. This lady looks good. She gives me Mother Earth vibes. Although I say Mother Earth vibe, but it looks like her dress is also a pond. You know, like yeah, like her dress is also the water source, and the fish are climbing up. Sorry guys, I don't know what's happening. I feel like my camera is not focusing very well. Oh, and look at the Seven of Coins. Okay. This guy is holding what I presume to be their heart in their hands. That is so interesting. I wonder if there's a little blurb about I guess the inspiration, or what the messages they were trying to convey with this. This is the Eight of Coins. Nine of Coins. Doesn't she look content with herself? Replace the glass of wine with food, and that's me on like Friday nights. Just don't bother me. I'm enjoying myself. Oh, and the crow. Let's not forget the crow. Here is the Ten of Coins. She's looking so regal. She could pass as Queen of Pentacles. Is it me? I could definitely see her as a Queen of Pentacles. That's what that's kind of what I thought at first. It's the only reason why I didn't make a mistake is because I knew I just flipped the 9. There goes the page. Giving me Little Prince vibes. And by Little Prince, I mean the from the book by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Here we have the Knight. Look at this queen. Okay, I have a feeling that all the queens in the Minor Arcana I'm going to like, because already 2 out of 4 are 10 out of 10 for me. All right, and then the King. Who reminds me of like those old paintings of like oh, I forgot if it was like Leonardo da Vinci. There's like a self-portrait where he kind of has the beard or whatever. And speaking of which, also another thing that I didn't mention about this deck is that not only it's kind of the cohesiveness is for the colors, the fact that everyone is you know, creating the card based on a color, and it's also like a mix between digital and we'll call it traditional art. So some of the artists, they drew digitally, and then others used paper pen methods. And I say paper pen, but it could easily have been paintbrush to canvas. And you know, I would have to sit there to kind of point out what is what. I'm sure you could if you take a look at it, you could probably have your own guesses. Oh, sorry. By the way, I'm wearing the swords now. So this was the Ace of Swords, in case we didn't know. And this is the Two of Swords, which here I'm find interesting. It's like the person is not holding the sword. It's like these two, we'll call it entities. It makes me think of the whole like devil on your shoulder, angel on your shoulder. So, you know, maybe that's the devil on your shoulder and that's the angel on your shoulder, trying to have you decide what you're gonna do or which sword are you gonna grab. So cool. And I love the design of this sun moon. I'm not sure which it is combo. Maybe it's an eclipse. Wait, I wanna know who did this card. Who did this? Let us all give props to. Come on, camera, please be nice. Ah, there you go. Anna Christensen. Oh, love it. And look at this Three of Swords. It has plants. I love plants. It's a soft green. I love that. It's, of course, you love plants. You love green, because green means you did not forget to water them. And I think I'm noticing in the greenery, that looks like a butterfly. Yes, that looks like a butterfly here. And then that looks like no, not a bear. Oh, like a small mammal type thing. And then here kind of looks like a frog. Am I inventing things? So here and here and here. You let me know. Then this is the Four of Swords. Feels very futuristic. And there's another card stuck to it. Ooh, look at that. What is this? Five of Swords. Now, does she look like she's about to go and like do some serious damage? Because she is looking like she's kicking butt and taking names. if she hasn't done it already. So, and I think the foils are like in the little star and stuff elements. Very cool. She's ready for some payback. That's the impression I get. So this here is the Six of Swords. I find that pretty cool, that whole swords in the water as we go away somewhere. It's like it managed to be monochromatic but colorful at the same time. Very neat. Oh, look at that. You know, and you can see the difference here, like from simple, understated, but still powerful enough. And then you have this here that's like full of details here. Seven of Swords. Reminds me of this anime I watched called Magi? Because it was a character. It's set in like Middle Eastern somewhere. Well, a fictional Middle Eastern. And the main character I'm reminded of the main character by this guy. Now the Eight of Swords, very evocative. I'm definitely getting Eight of Swords from that, definitely. I'm trying to see, there's some golden accents. Then the Nine of Swords. My goodness, the Nine of Swords are already turning into a Ten of Swords here. Because she's got one through the chest, the middle, the torso. Like, forget about anxiety. She's already being done in. And then Ten of Swords. Like, really, I almost want to say that this is her after. Like, this is before, as it's getting more and more and more, and then, boop, all done now. Well, all done. Not quite, but it'll be done soon. And then the Page of Swords. Dreamy looking. And by dreamy, I don't necessarily mean the person, but the whole card look allure. And then the Knight of Swords, looking like they slayed the dragon or creature. Look at all the goldy golds. Oh, and a more graphic novel looking Queen of Swords. Look at that, not even like holding the sword by the handle, it's just by the blade. That's pretty intense. Oh, did I? No. King of Swords. Is this more like, I don't know, more cartoon-like feel? Is it me? And look at this Ace of Cups. Just dripping. Oh, I think, yes, I remember that one. The Two of Cups. That was one of the cards. I think, if I remember correctly, was either on the campaign page or one of the updates. It looks good. I like it. Like just joining. And we have the Three of Cups. To me, it kind of makes it seem like the circle is kind of uniting them together as they collaborate. Oh, and that is a pretty Four of Cups. And you know what? Looking at it, yeah, I can get the kind of apathy, not paying attention to what's coming to you type of thing, boredom. It's so pretty. And I love the color of this purple. Who did this? We need to know. Who did this? Megan Coach. Koch? Sorry if I do not pronounce names properly. It's so pretty. It's so dreamy. I'm loving all this purple tone. Then we have the Five of Cups. Oh wow, this seems very desolate. Now the Six of Cups. Having a little tea party. That's pretty cool. And now the Seven of Cups. Definitely get the idea of choices, possible dreams or illusions. Kind of like the idea of hands holding the things rather than cups. And look at the snake. Why is the snake so cute? Why am I into snakes so much lately? I've been seeing people with snakes as pet and they look so cute. I wouldn't have one myself, but now we are at Eight of Cups. I would have to read the book to see if they say something. I don't honestly get the leaving stuff behind thing because there's still a cup in their hands. And hold on. 3, 6, 7. What's the eighth one? Is it this one? Does that count as the 8? I'm gonna have to say yes to that then. Here goes the 9 of Cups. Oh, I don't know why I'm flipping the back, but and the 10 of Cups, looking like they're having a superb like dinner party. Oh, look at the Page of Cups. It's just a fish with funky pink colors. And then here's the Knight of Cups, straight up on a motorcycle, like forget the horse. And it looks futuristic too. Ah, there, the Queen of Cups. That one, that definitely was what attracted me to that campaign and to back it. Look at that. She is feeling herself. She is looking good. I love her hair. I love her dress. Everything. Shout out to, hold on, because I need to know. Mayara Sampaio. Oh, beautiful. I do not have Instagram. If I had, I totally would go and follow. And the King of Cups with a centaur. Jeez, I need to remember. Oh, satyrs. That's what it is. I think that's what it is. Satyrs, right? Jeez, it took me that long to remember the name. And now we're on to the majors with the Fool. And okay, now that I notice, I don't know if you guys noticed, but now that I notice the snake lurking as she's playing like Marco Polo or hide and seek, and it seems like these two might be alerted to the fact that she went and wandered off somewhere else. Now I totally get it. I understand it all. Here comes the Magician, wielding the different instruments, tools. This looks so good. It looks like a grandiose show. And hold on, I believe it was Ivy Bercies. These people have more talents in them than I have in like my little pinky finger nail. That's how much talent they have. The High Priestess. Okay, now I see the two pillars there. Instead of looking forward, she's kind of looking this way. Interesting. Now, here goes the Empress. Another person just totally feeling themselves. They are good to go. Oh, and the Emperor decided to go for an owl. I don't think I see owls often. Like, if there's animal decks, I don't remember seeing owls as Emperor. I would see them sometimes as hermits, or like, yeah, hermits, or maybe like swords. There is the Hierophant. Very interesting. To me, this person looks like a shaman, which may or may not be what it is in actuality, but that's the impression I get from it. Then the Lovers. Very flowy and fluid and just chilling. Oh, look at this epic chariot. We gotta give a shout out to this epicness. Robson Michelle. Now, that doesn't mean if I'm not shouting out all 70 people, I don't like theirs, but there are some that are just extra. It's just like, it wowed me. It definitely, like, part of the cards that just convinced me to bypass my I don't like collab decks thing. And look at these, well, animals, the creatures pulling the chariot. Oh, it looks so cool. And we have the Strength. Okay, is it me? Now, this is probably not what it is, but to me, it looks like the lion was or is, or I don't know, in some part of the process of like going for that, for this lady's breast. Like, I don't know, you know, bras are uncomfortable, but sometimes they save us. Okay. But I don't know, just a note. It just seemed like the lion's going to, like, straight for the breath, like. But then she was able to calm down. Oh, and there's the Hermit. Oh, that looks really cool. And instead of having the star held out in the lantern, it's within their center. I call it their center. I don't remember. I know the chakra system, but I don't remember position. That might be the solar plexus right there. But in here, we give a shout out to Stephanie Brown, because it looks very pretty. So peaceful and calm. Like, it's all good. Then another one of my coup de coeur when I saw the campaign, the Wheel of Fortune. That was created by Barbara Lucas. Like, look at this. Like, sure, if you cover this, it could also, like, doubles as the Justice card. But even then, like, the Wheel of Fortune also doesn't necessarily look at any particular person. Is like, to borrow a sentence, they're no respecter of person. They just, big wheels keep on turning. Sorry, the song is in my head. And speaking of Justice, look at this super cool Justice, which I don't remember having seen. Sorry, guys. Which borrows on Egyptian mythology with the heart and the scales. And the feather being the deciding factor on whether or not you will be able to go beyond or not. She looks so cool. Look at that. I feel like this is a close enough representation of what I imagined in my head when I was a kid, of when I imagined myself as like a superhero or like someone with magic. I think that's kind of like the image I had in mind. And now we have the Hanged Man. And it's a perspective as if we're kind of directly below them. Now, I will say it's a little bit creepy to me to have just like eyes staring at me like that. Like, I think even in real life, if I was passing by someone who happened to be, you know, hanging by their foot upside down, and they were just looking at me like this, I'd be unsettled. Although that wouldn't be like, you know, that'd be the least of my worries. There'd be other questions I'd be asking myself, but it's as if they're looking, it's as if, from this perspective, it's as if they're looking at you being the reader or the person who's getting read for like enlightenment or the answers or things like that. And here is Death in a beautiful, I want to say like a purple, yeah, like almost a purple gradient. Oh, and wait a second, which I just noticed. I thought it was just butterflies flying, but the butterflies are coming out of the chest. So pretty. Why are you so pretty? My goodness, I just can't. Here is Temperance with the sparkly sparkles. The Devil. All right, hold on. Can I dare say that it's kind of a cute devil? I mean, can you say that? And then here is the Tower. Now, how funky is that? I'm looking at it and I feel like it's like melting, or it's going to get like, this is a black hole and it's going to get sucked up. It's, I don't know, it's all sorts of things happening. It could give me vertigo. Oh, the Tower, another card that is just breathtaking. Look at, just like, forget the Tower, just the background. It's beautiful. Now, doesn't seem to me like the Tower is breaking apart or is on its way to. Or maybe it is on top there, but in any case. Hold on. Let me see. Who did this? Philip Byers. Yes. Oh, it's a beautiful. That Tower card. Oh, I think it kind of moved all my other favorite Tower cards. I think this is becoming #1 Tower cards. Oh, sorry, Ostara. I think you just got moved. And here we have the Moon. This looks like a beautiful watercolor painting. Oh, and I just spotted dog, cat, is that? We'll say dog. I think it's a dog. And then the crayfish, crawfish, crab. The crustacean. Oh, look at the sun card. It makes me smile already. Look at this. And a beautiful yellow. Of course, the sun could not be any other color than that pretty color. Oh, it's pretty. How are we going? Hold on. Oh, we can't read this very well. Julia Lundman. I think the foil kind of smudged the name a bit. But shout out to you. How beautiful. Oh, and look at the Judgement card. Wait, did I miss the star card in all my talking? Moon. Oh, that's why it's the star. Oh my gosh, I'm a dummy, people. This was the star card. That was the Tower. What was I saying? Okay, guys, I'm going crazy. So 15 is the Devil. 16 is the Tower, which gave me that whole weird melody feel, and I feel like I could almost get a headache type of thing. The Star card. Okay, so never mind what I said about a star being moved. #1 star cards across my decks. Beautiful. Then we have the moon. And then the sun. Guys, I am so sorry. I totally fumbled. It's bedtime for me. After this video, after I'm done filming, I am definitely going to bed. And here we have Judgment. There's something like, I don't know, Final Destination about it. And it just came to mind, these streams of light here where you see the colors. This it just reminds me of definitely in the final episodes of the first season of Sailor Moon, where you have all the Sailor Scouts, you know, you giving their powers to Sailor Moon, and it's all these 5 different colors. Now, of course, there's no purple in there, but if you know, you know, okay? And yes, I'm showing how dorky I am by bringing up odd cartoons or old cartoons and animes as reference. 'Tis life. And look at that. Oh, the world, look how pretty. To me, this looks like either watercolor or like pencil crayons. It's so pretty. Oh, and I think I just spotted the people. I think those are the people here. I thought this was a tree trunk, but those are people. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. So here we are, guys. We have gone through the whole deck. And I also forgot to mention about the back of the cards, whether they're reversible or not. And yes, they are, as you can see, whether you flip them one way or the other, you'll be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead, and especially since I went through all of them, there shouldn't be any cards still stuck one to another. So this is what we're going to do. Let us split. Oh, wow. 10 out of 10 shuffling. The thinness makes it so flexible. You can have a nice bend to it. Oh my, oh. Could this already be my favorite deck to shuffle? Or one of them at least? Now I'm having a little bit of clumping happening, and I think it's because of the whole matte effect more than because of the thinness of the cards. So I will have to use this deck for a little while still before it doesn't feel as clumpy anymore. But if you riffle shuffle, like, just if you can see, like, how many decks do you have that you can easily just bend this way, right? So, and even from the other side, it almost feels like I'm thumbing through a book pages. So that's the only thing I don't know if it's, okay, here, this one fell out. I don't know if it's because of, because it's a new deck, or if it's just something that happens with more matte cards, but it's a bit, I have to admit, it's a little bit annoying when the cards just like clump and clump when you're just trying to shuffle them proper. Because then what I have to do afterwards is kind of make mini piles, shuffle the mini piles into a bigger pile until I'm back to the one, you know, the whole 78 cards together. So here we have the Ace of Swords that came out, and let's see if I can have a major arcana card so we can have an idea of how they're treated. Oops, is that a major? No, that's the Knight. Nope, still not. Well, not. It's gonna come up. Oh, the Queen of Wands. I almost want to read her because I like her so much. Nope, King of Coins. Ah, there you go, the Empress. She was feeling herself. All right. So let's start with the Ace of Swords because it was the first one that we got. All right, so it's, I will say The font is, I'm not wearing my glass. I'm not wearing glasses right now, and it's fine. But it's writing that limit between readable and a bit too small. So for the cards, you will have an upright meaning keywords and the reverse. So for upright, we have clarity, epiphany, truth. The reverse, chaos, disorder, doubt. The Ace of Swords comes upon us like a bolt of lightning, representing surety, ideas, and conviction. This is a moment of great focus where clarity literally cuts through the fog of ignorance or deceit. Classically, the blade is depicted with a double edge, an early warning that a strong intellect is a gift and a source of power, but that it can also do great damage if it is misused. And this card was designed by Anthony Moravian. Very cool. And let's look at the Empress. Ooh, sorry, I had something in my eye. So for Empress, we have abundance, nurture, sensuality. And the reverse is jealousy, death, suffocation. Huh, okay. The Empress is meant to embody the quintessential, sorry guys, feminine principle that resides within all of us. A deep connection with the earth and nature connects her with themes of fertility and abundance, seen in the pomegranates that surround her. She presides over growth, motherhood, and emotional fulfillment. And this was created by Stephanie Koss. Also, the I call Stephanie the spokesperson, and only because she was the one who would do the communication in the Kickstarter updates. But here you go. I have to say this is this is the first time I've seen a meaning given to Empress as like a reverse meaning, being death and even suffocation. Like jealous. Jealousy I could kind of see, but the death and suffocation, I'd have to think about it. But so far as you can see, it's just a few sentences, and I mean, I don't have anything to say about the two that I read. It seems the general consensus. I can agree with what was said or described for them. And so with all of that said, once again, it's a long flip through and admiration of the Chromatic Fates Tarot. Oh, did I? I totally did. I shuffled the intro and thank you cards. Well, that's just, of course. But in any case, just in conclusion, just like that, seeing, going through the cards, I am loving the whole variation of the color palettes. It is so, I don't know, it attracts my eye so much. I did it like for me who kind of backed it, but at the same time I was thinking, oh, it's a collab deck. It's probably going to annoy me, all these different art style colliding together. Like, yes, the weird corner of my brain that's all in two things being equal and proper and the same is kind of going like, it's not the same art, it doesn't have fluidity, continuity, but it kind of gets calmed down with all the colors. I mean, even just putting all these different cards of different colors together, it kind of soothes that little part of the brain that's being annoyed about collab decks. So it's okay. And so yeah, the art is beautiful. I feel like I have a art gallery in my hand, basically, but it doesn't mean that just me looking at the cards, it doesn't mean that they feel flat to me. I don't know if you've ever experienced this with other decks, where sometimes you would look at certain image of cards and it fell flat. You didn't get anything really out of it. You kind of went, the Fool, it means that. Magician, it means that. Tower, it means that. But there wasn't any sparks, if that makes sense. More than just the academic knowledge that you have about the card. The card stock, you know, matte, thin, flexible. I'm a fan because like you saw earlier, you know, you incredible flexibility, which I think is perfect for those that love to riffle shuffle. Of course, because it's so flexible, you do have to be careful to not kind of grip them too hard. But I don't necessarily think that they would be the type of cards, just the way that they feel. I don't think they would be the type of card to kind of crumble or break on you. Although I wouldn't try it necessarily, guys. If you have the Untamed Mystery deck, it's just as close as that without the cards of this deck being straight plastic. So Untamed Mystery, especially the Noir edition that I have, it's plastic. Plastic, it's thin, but it's flexible. You could do any letter shape with it and it'll snap back to itself. This one feels like the paper version of that. And I mean, if you can wibble wobble, you know how flexible that is. But with all of that said, this is the Chromatic Fates. What do you think of this deck? As a collab deck, as a deck themed around colors, do you like it? Would it be something that you would get for yourself? I do know that currently I believe it's at the pre-order stage. You can pre-order decks. And having gone to their website, I learned that they're having another tarot project, this time around Halloween themed. And so this looks promising. I signed up. I'm not necessarily very Halloween, but the art that they kind of put, the one art that they put in the background, look good, that I'm intrigued and I want to see more. So I want to see if it's going to be like gory horror, then it's probably not going to be for me. But if it's like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know, this Morticia Adam Halloween horror, you know, sophisticated, just cool. Just cool. If it's cool Morticia Adams Halloween, then I think I'm gonna be all in. But barring that aside, what do you think of the Chromatic Fates by Stephanie Koss and the Color Tarot project? Let me know what you think. If you'll get a copy for yourself, anything like that. I don't even know when I would want to use it. I think I'd want to. I kind of want to use it now. But anyways, I'll go through the books. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Boop, boop. And until next time, thank you so much for taking some time to watch this flip through and unboxing of Chromatic Fates. And until next time, thank you so much for spending some time to watch this video. And until next time, bye bye, guys.